Good morning. Good morning. This is Meri at the Meri Atelier. Welcome to Fibdiggity. Welcome to my desk. It is Thursday morning, March 12th. Welcome in, welcome in. I have some happy mail and an auction haul from Rebecca. Penelope's here. She says, Meri, I'm waiting for my overalls. I know. You are so patient with me. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. We have an envelope from Dee Dee and an auction haul from Rebecca. Let's do Dee Dee's first. I also want to finish up my Leprechaun envelopes today and get these mailed out. I have some postcards I need to mail. Happy mail, happy mail. All right, let me sit down and get into my stream on my notepad so that I can see folks coming in. Oh, welcome in. You'll probably see a shine on my desk until I can take care of it, but hold a second. Hold on a second. Let me get into my live. There I am.
Okay, if you wear contacts, this is about to change your entire life.
Contacts. Change your entire life. We got two of you out there. One of them's probably me, but see, I don't get any chat. I don't get any chat. Where's my chat? Where's my chat? Yeah, I have to go out and come back in. There we are, and it is Miss Arlene. Hi, Arlene. Welcome in, lady. It's good to see you. I know I haven't been streaming for the last few. Let's put a piece of cloth over here. Will that take care of it? Yeah. This is from Miss Dee Dee Willingham. Dee Dee, Dee Dee, Dee Dee, Dee Dee, Dee Dee, Dee Dee. Tear it, open it, cut it. Snip, 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 snip. So, I've been getting ready for the fiber optics people to come. Oh, now am I? There we go. All right. I get the glare off this glass top with my light above. I think Dee Dee just sent me a sticker. She sent me a sticker. I think this is the red panda. She put the smiley on it. I've been collecting Dee Dee smileys. Aw, thank you, Dee Dee. I'll put it up here for now. Aw, Dee Dee Happy Mail. Dee Dee Happy Mail. Isn't he cute? She does such a good job. I can't wait to get my printer. I don't know if it's going to be this month or next month. Probably next month. We'll see. I've got bills to pay. Thank you, Miss Dee Dee. So let's get Rebecca's box out and open that. I think these are my Thomas Kincaid boxes in here. I always appreciate another box. Is that gonna? Yeah, we're getting our wiring changed to fiber. And I'm sure hoping that will go smooth. I might have an internet interruption if it doesn't. Let me cut this. Oh, it looks like this. Looks like this needs to stay. Let me put this in the trash. Hold on, it's sticky. Okay, let's figure this box out. How did she have this? It has it like this. She taped this up, but good. She says, Mary, I don't want it coming open for you in the mail. And I'm just going to cut. There we go. And I know you're not seeing nothing but the top. I have to raise my phone off. I'm going to put this in my lap so we can see what's in it. Oh! Piece of styrofoam. Another piece of styrofoam. And more. And more. Something to play with. Gifts from Lizbeth. Thank you, Lizbeth. I got some fibers. A paper pack. We'll just keep taking these out until I get to the bottom here, and then we'll go through everything. Got some bundles. And the Thomas Kincaid box is on the bottom. Woohoo! Alrighty. Let me get this off my lap. And we'll come back to the boxes after I go through all of this. I love her fibers. I have Rebecca fibers here. Let's see, I'm going to put these styrofoams back in that box. I'll have to figure out what I can do with these. Make artificial snow. Make artificial snow. They're pretty strong as far as strength. Pretty strong. I'll have to figure it out. Alright, let's put these back in the empty box. That was just packing. She sells these fiber bundles. I really like them. They're nice. I like the gold ones. And here's a light gold. And it looks like I got several. A dark brown, and I really do like these. So I've got several fiber bundles here. Yes, ma'am. Some blues. And some more darker blues. So I'll be using those. I think I'm going to string them all together here and hang them. That would be fun to do, except for maybe the golds. I might use the golds because they go with this rusty bundle that I got here. And we'll come to that. Looks like I've got a pretty yellow bird tag. Yellow bird, and these are for my sunshine journals. The yellow birds. I got these specifically when I saw it. I said, sunshine, sunshine. I think I got some sunshine fabric here too. Hold on. Some yellow floral fabric. These are for my, I'm going to have volumes of sunshine journals. So that's what that's for. I need to get a specific box for sunshine. Some dark black cotton, fat quarter, light blue, because I'm always needing blue. Here's some sunshiny yellows. I'll put those with the birds. This is more of a, well, it's kind of a creamy yellow, light yellow. Some lace trim and lace on the bluish light blue side here, and teals. And let me get my scissors. This goes in the box. So there's that. And then looks like I got a quilt square here. A floral. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this. I always tend to like the back better than I do the fronts. I hate to cut it. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. Figure it out. If I made a journal, it would be like a 12 by 6, and I'm not really caring for that size of journal. If I cut it in half, that's more the size. I could have 2. I could have 2 journal covers. It's got a thread hanging here. I'm not gonna. So I'll have to think about how I want to do that. And then I got a rusty bundle here. I'm just going to kind of go through it this way. I don't want to take the ribbon off. It's there's a dark kind of an upholstery style, some rusty lace, some rusty cotton under here, and some more lace, some dark fabric, rusty. She rusted. This is kind of neat. Kind of a, it's not real lace. Well, I guess it is lace. And then one of her flowers and some lace pieces. We'll have to figure something to do with that. That would go nice with the back of this, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? This is just a thread. I hate to cut it, but I think I can. I don't think it's, I'm gonna cut it because it's bothering me. This would make a nice journal, and then I could use, if I cut this in half, it would make a nice pillow, but we don't really use pillows that much. I could slow stitch on this some more. But I would go through this. What I'm thinking is if I cut this in half, I could have 2 journals, and this would be the outside, and then I could still have this as the inside cover. And it would still be pretty because I would have my pages in here, and then I could put something up in there. I kind of like that idea. That's probably what I'll do. And then I've got my blues and teal lace. Put this behind me. And here's a paper pack. $2. That's not a bad deal for a paper pack. Take the tape off here. You probably could not get this retail for $2. I also see a $4 one. I don't know, maybe this was $4, not $2. Maybe she combined. Looks like she did. The fabric here, I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. This was $2. This is kind of a tissue. It's a big sheet. It's got nice edges. That would also go with my rusty journal. Excuse me. And then we got the paper pack in here. Pretty florals. In blue. This will make a nice journal. Blues. This is more of a cardstock. Looks like it's floral. Floral. Florals. Sunshine. That could go in a sunshine journal. It's a different take on sunshine with the sun and the moon and the stars. And more florals. So this is kind of floral paper pack. Except for the scroll work here. Alrighty. I dig this. Put that behind me. How is that going on? Looks like she used a scrapbooking page here, protector. And then I got these spools from her. The little spools. And she has it's kind of, it's not a lace. Boy, I could tap with that. It's a fine yarn. They're kind of cool. I like those. Put those there for now. And then I have a little pack of goodies here. I remember buying these. I remember buying the fabrics. I like her printed fabric. She takes and stamps on these strips. And I like to use, this one says vintage, this is just script. This one says antique. I like to use these in my work. Here's a round ATC sized doily, coin sized doily. That's pretty. A little piece. Some lace, white lace, some smaller white lace, and a dangle, a little dangle. I love her little dangles. Put that in my box over there. I remember buying, this is kind of like a little prayer journaling card. Rejoice in the Lord always. Again, I say rejoice. Philippians 4:4. She made several of these. And then some pretty brown lace. Ooh, this is pretty. This would go nice with that quilty fabric and the rusty. I see something happening here with this and my script and that quilty fabric and the rust bundle. I see a journal coming together. A little floral there, lace. I'm going to put all this back in the package. And I have to get the rest out of the package. We have a little round pieces off here. Another little dangle. This one has a, looks like it's a bird, a folk art painted bird, or is it a bird? Yeah, it's a bird. That's pretty. Ooh, I like that. I'm going to save that out. And then this looks like just some floral lace. I think she might have made this. She likes to make this ribbon flowers. I don't know if she made this or not, but it's very pretty. Ooh, I could even see that going here. Put all of this back in. Save that out. Thank you, Rebecca. I just paid an invoice to her. I think I have another package coming from her. This was a sale from a couple of weeks ago. I haven't been online, so I haven't been showing them. I love to, Rebecca, Debbie Epps, and I thought I had an envelope from Debbie too. It may be coming yet. And then I have gifts from Lizbeth. Lizbeth is such a sweetie. Oh wait, we have another charm here. It's a, looks like a little house charm. Oh, it's a dangle. It's a dangle with a little, like a gazebo house with a little charm in the center. That's pretty. A little ribbon on it. I'll save that out too. So this is from Lizbeth. She's so sweet. Thank you, Lizbeth. She got a little floral heart. Rebecca makes these hearts. I know I have another one coming because I know I bought some birds. I said, do you have any birds? And she made some in that next sale. And this is kind of like a tag, sort of. A little, I guess maybe it's a, you are loved, a gift to Mary from Lizbeth. Little lace fabric flag on a safety pin. That's cute. And then we got another little one here. It's just little numbers. Piece of paper. This is like a cluster, a piece of lace, and another. And it's on a bulb pin. Thank you so much, Lizbeth. That's so sweet. I'll tell you. I tried to gift to her, and I think that she already had what I was trying to gift to her. Let me put these behind me, and then I'll show you the boxes that I was so thrilled to get. They're down here. I think they're stacking boxes. If I could lift this up with one hand. These are Thomas Kincaid boxes. Stacking boxes, and you know I love my boxes. I love my boxes. So it says, abide with us, for it's toward the evening, and the day is far spent. That's a verse from the Bible. And then you take it out to the next level. Let me get it out here. It looks like she might have put some of my things in there. So this is the first level. This is the next level. It says, abide with us for, oh, it looks like it's the same. For it's toward evening and the day is spent. But I noticed there's some verses on the side here. He hath made everything beautiful in its time. For the word of the Lord is right, and all his works are done in truth. I guess what was in here was the next box. They are stacking boxes. Got a little silicone saver. I'll stack these up when I get to my bookcase. Boy, they really stack up to this little one here. So there's this little one. I don't know if you can see it. There's that little one that fits inside of this one. That fits inside of this one. That sits inside of this one. That fits inside of, whoops, I gotta put the lid on this. I love these. It was well worth it. I think I paid $10 for it, but I don't think you could buy it for $10. It's in nice shape. Very nice shape. Thank you so much, Rebecca. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Thank you so much. I might put these up on my top shelf of my bookcase over kind of in the corner. I want to get a shelf to put above my doorway. I still haven't asked my brother what he thought of that. All right, so there's the Happy Mail in the hall. Thank you so much, Rebecca. I appreciate it so much. Jacqueline did not sell, I think, last Friday, or I missed it. I think she visited the dentist. Today is Thursday. Jacqueline, are you here? Let's look at hi, Cynthia McCoy. Welcome in. Arlene and Cynthia, welcome in. Let me refresh my chat here to all messages. Kimberly, good morning, Kimberly. It's good to see you. Cynthia's here. Cynthia McCoy. Arlene. Arlene says hi. Oh, it's a nice box. Good morning, Mary and all. Kimberly, I have sent a couple of Twitter messages. They don't make it easy to know you have them. Kimberly says, ooh, nice. Good morning, good morning. Kimberly popped in. Arlene is here. Reminds me of the manger scene. Lovely lace and fibers. Yes, I'm loving that. Did Teresa pop in? Good morning, Teresa. It's good to see you. Well, she popped in right after Arlene. Good morning, Miss Teresa. So, we have here the sunshine. We have the sunshine here. I love these yellow birds. I tell you, I'm so far behind on everything. I was at Walmart yesterday. We had to go to town. My brother was running out of groceries, and he wanted to go. So luckily, I got to watch Katia's tatting class. He took me to Freddy's. He bought me a Freddy's yesterday. I said, are you going to pay for it? He said, yeah, I will. The reason I'm getting this out is that E for K3M cocktails, large capital E, we're on the E's this last week and this week. I'm haven't done last week's yet. But she did English paper piecing of earth was her word for E. Well, I don't think I'm going to do paper piecing. I think I'm just going to cut one of these earths out. This was a Walmart fabric, and this will fit on my scroll. I might do my E for eyelet. I might do some eyelet stitches on here, maybe around in there. I think that's what I'm going to do for E. That's why I bought that at Walmart. And then Walmart, you have to look for them because they kind of put them in hiding places around the Papermate pens. They're selling Tombow felt pens, and I like to journal with those. And then this is the sunshine. I think I have some sunshine papers cut here. Let's see what I have here on my desk. Let's see what I have on my desk. I have some things I need to get done here, but that's going to wait. That's going to wait. That's my Leprechaun envelope list. I've got to get that straightened out. This is scrap paper. I've got some purple fabric I'm going to put in the box behind me. This I'm going to use in my sunshine journal. I think this is so cool. And I have some red papers that I was using to build that other book box. I'm getting there, hold on. I got a Leprechaun note that goes to Becky. And here's some sunshine. No, that's not, yeah. Well, yeah, I guess, sort of sunshine. But here's what I'm thinking of here. I'm getting there. Sunshine journal. We might work on this a little because I'm getting it out. Sunshine. Let me put these up here in my hand. That there. Put that there. Yeah, let's at least look at it since I have it all out here. Not everything is sunshine in here. I have to sort that one out. These are, I've already folded these. Sunshine fabric. Let's put the fabrics together and the littles together. Sunshine. Oh, this goes out in the other room for my slow stitch. And then the little E, she did the word envelope. So I'm working on that this week. I need to get that done because Monday she starts on F. So this is sunshine fabric here. Right in here. These are sunshine doilies. We'll use this too. I might do some printing on this. This is kind of a cream. I'll put the birds with the doilies. These are papers that I folded. Sunshine papers, and let's sort this stack out. These are sunshine, sunshine. Yeah, sunshine. I guess this is more of the red. I guess it could, I think I'll put that with my red papers. Although that could go in there pretty. These could go. This one could go. These are more on the red tones. I think I'll keep this one with these because it kind of, I guess I could count that as sunshine. Got a couple of them. All right, and some more sunshine. Let me put these with the red. I was using these reds for that book box along the sides. What else do I have here? Oh, those are the scrappies. Okay. Sunshine! Jacqueline says, I want to see your sunshine! Hi, Follow the Bradley's Fun. Welcome in. It's good to see you. Hello, hello. You're new to me. Follow the Bradley's Fun. Welcome in. Arlene says, Kimberly, yes, the entire canvas was white with gray keen, so not even a hint. Follow this Bradley's Fun says, that reminds me of my childhood bedroom wallpaper. Which, this or one of those did. I'm not sure what she's talking about. Arlene says, my friend gifted me a mystery canvas, a diamond dot one. It is so fun. I'm almost halfway done and I'm still not sure what it will be. Oh, how cool. Is that a mystery diamond dot? Cynthia says, good morning, good morning, good morning. Arlene is here. Good morning, Meri and all, Cynthia says. Okay, I think I'm caught up. Good morning, Bradley. Cynthia says, this is going to be an amazing sunshine journal. It really is. I'm thinking of more than one volume because I have so much. And I keep buying it. There's more here. There's more in here. And they're different sizes. So, and they're, see, like this, these could actually be, well, these are cool because they're deckled at the bottom. These could be tip-ins. I really like these, or it could be its own little journal. They're deckled on this side. How cool. And then some text paper. A bunch of sunshiny text, which is cool. And we're back to this size. And this is not sunshine here. This is more tea. And then we got some little tags. Index sized. Oh, and some pockets. Look at these pockets. Oh, they'll be cool in there. Now, I know I have more because her daughter, who's quite busy, or I'd order more, she did the words, she embroidered on her embroidery machine the word sunshine. Look at these pockets. I'm going to use these. Wow, those are cool. And tags and library cards. Those could be used. And then the envelopes. So I'm thinking these might be a smaller journal or tip-ins. I'm not real sure. And then we've got the tags of different sizes here. And I'm going to put these back in the package here so I don't lose them. I'm going to keep these out. I think I'll put those with this. I know I have more papers. This is just what I had close by. Okay, let's get the fabrics in a pile, because I'm not going to be working with those right away. These doilies and these I'm going to put back over in the, well, I don't know. See, some of these are different sizes. For right now, I'm going to put these, I'm going to keep these out. And those, I'm going to put these in here and put them on the back side. That probably have to use some masking tape to hold that down. Thank you, Penelope. Put that up with the fabric and see what I have here. I'm going to fold these and then I'm going to count these. Are these folds? Yeah. I love these pockets. These are cool. All right, let's see what I have. These are text pages, more pages here. More pages there. I'll have to sort those out. But in the meantime, I'm going to fold these in half. Let's put them this way. And I can write on these, and with those Tombow markers, the Tombow markers do not soak through. And these have those, this is notebook paper that has the, and I could put those at the top or the bottom, or both. And on her papers that are wicked, this is called wicking, W-I-C-K-I-N-G. It makes for a nice journal page, even though I've got lines going this way, I can still write that way and it's still pretty cool. And these are kind of blues. Got some blues running there, down there. Beautiful wicked paper. Nice job, Jacqueline. I'm gonna have to quit buying sunshine now, and maybe more sunshine ornament, like those yellow birds. More vintagey things to go in there. Now, I probably won't do more than get these folded and maybe sorted a little. Today, I need to work on my leprechauns. Arlene says, follow the Bradley's Fun. Do you craft or only do entertainment news? Entertainment news? Is that what your channel's about? Kimberly said she'd be right back. Let's take a look at, follow the, where are we at here? Follow the Bradley's Fun. Oh, what he goes, popped in here. Do 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 do, up above, up above, up above. Oh, I don't see him. Here. No. Up, ba, da, da, ba, ba. Ha! Says, good morning, I'm barely awake. Wake up, wake up. Let's go to their channel. Welcome in, Bradley's Fun. Following the Bradley's Fun, useful entertainment news, commentary and information. Epic universe to crush Walt Disney's World. Let's go to there. Description, useful, entertaining news, commentary, and information on the latest pop culture. Theme parks, Walt Disney World, Universal Orlando, SeaWorld, and more, highlighting the best places to eat, stay, and shop. Home of the Dish Live. Home of the Dish Live. Our panelists break down the latest news that may affect your travel or entertainment plans. Vlogs and live streams. Well, welcome in. Thanks for popping in and Bradley's and just saying hello. We appreciate it. Hi, Carol. Welcome in. Carol is my quiet corner. Welcome in, welcome in. Arlene is here. You lost the D and do, Arlene. You lost the D and do. Oops. Hi to the Bradleys, Kimberly says. Cynthia said, this is going to be an amazing journal. It's going to be a happy journal. Sunshine to bring warmth to the gray skies. Here's where following the Bradley Sun says, good morning, I'm hardly awake. All right, I think I'm caught up with chat, so let's go back and fold some more of this paper, and then I'm going to work on my leprechauns, because I need to get those sent out, so I'm a couple days late. But I can still get them mailed out, so you should get them by the 17th. I was going to do those fairies, but I might have to do the fairies after the 17th. I was going to do them after the 10th, and here it is, the 12th already, but my plans got interrupted. My plans got interrupted. These aren't getting creased enough here. It's going to be a big journal unless I break it down into two. I don't like it too huge. 3 inches enough, and that's with all the embellishments. 2.5 inch, 3 inch I can tolerate, but any bigger than that. Now these are the cards. These are cool because it has the embossed frame around here, but I do like these. And she does these in several different colors, not just the yellows. Jacqueline at Lovely's Crafting Lodge. She sells on Friday afternoons around 4 p.m. Eastern. I haven't seen her pop in this morning. She didn't sell last week because she had a dentist appointment. I haven't seen her. I haven't been online a whole lot lately. I've been involved in some other offline activities. I've been tatting. I finally learned how to do the flip. I'm going to do a video on that and show you where I am. I've been practicing just doing rings and chains with the shuttle. I'm a needle tatter primarily. I'm primarily a needle tatter. Boy, I got several of these, didn't I? These are cool. These will make nice covers for the, well, they may not be, or even on the inside. I was thinking covers for the signatures. Sunshine Volume 1 and Sunshine Volume 2. I bought a stack of these, I guess. There's Sylvia. Welcome in, Miss Sylvia. It's good to see you. Welcome in, Sylvia. It's early out in your part of the country, isn't it? Because it's almost 7 here. What, you're 5 in the morning? You're getting your money maker out the door? Sylvia says, gotta go get my money maker out the door. Okay, so we have these. And I folded these this morning. And these are what I already had folded. These are all the fold here. And folds. Are these on the fold? These are on the fold. Yeah. So it's already, and they're different heights here. These are a little bit smaller, so I can't really make them the cover. And then the pages, the copy paper, the lined paper is a little bit smaller. So I think I'm good with making these my main page here. And the others will just fit in. And then I have these wonderful pockets. These are library cards, but depending on how many signatures I have, I could put one in a signature. And then these are library cards. Oh, there's another pocket. A few library cards. And then I have these, which are single pages, which will make nice tip-ins, or I could fold them and make little inserts. 1, 2. Got a stack of them. And then I have my fabrics and then all the littles. So, let's go back to counting these. And then I'll probably move on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. That's good. 26. Two and a signature would be 13 signatures, but I could probably get 2 more and have 14 signatures. I have some more paper around here. So if I had, what did I say, 2 in a signature with 36 would be 18 signatures. Well, let's count maybe I'll make it depending on how many pockets I have. Let's count my pockets. These should go in the little package. We've got 1. Oh, some of these pockets are cool. They're trifold. Oh, they're all trifold. Oh, those are cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So if I have 12 signatures, one pocket in a signature. So let's put these. I'll come back to these. One, two, one, two. There's 2 signatures. 3 signatures. 4 signatures. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I got 2 left over. I could use those for something else though. So 1, stack these up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Dee Dee's smile is going to go in my commonplace journal. What was I on? 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12. Let's do it this way. All right, so I've got 12 signatures and 12 pockets, which are cool. I'll put those right there. Move that up a little. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We only got 10 of these. 11, 12. That in here, like this. And then I have these littles I'm going to put. Well, I've got those extra. These littles I'm going to put in here. Now I know I have more sunshine paper around. Oh, I put the painter's tape on there. I just want to slip these in here. Now I don't know how many of these sheets do I have. Probably 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I have 12, 11, 12, 13, 14. I've got 14. All right, let's see what I can do here. extras. These are my pockets. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. One, two. That goes to these because there's only 10 of these. I think I've got more. Let's fold these. I like these because they're not just a copy paper, they're pretty thick. And I like how she's got just a little bit of coloring on some of these. I know I have more papers, so I'm not going to finalize anything until in fact, I wonder if I reach behind me. I got a bag behind me. Maybe there's some sunshine in that bag. A Jacqueline bag behind me. Of course, I don't have to have like papers in every signature. It would just be nice. And 12 signatures is quite thick. I might have to make two journals with 6 signatures. 2 sunshine journals. Maybe even 10. All right, so I've got these. These I'm going to hold on to for a while because they will be tip-ins. Let's put those above. So I've got these, and then my 12. So if I take one of these, and one of these, and one of these, and there'll be 2 of these. 1. And I might put one in the center, too, like that. And that would be a signature, I think. For right now, it will be. Let's get this off. And my finished signatures here. 1. So one of these, one of these, and one of these. One of these on the outside, and one on the inside. There's 2. That's a nice signature, though, too. And then there'll be tip-ins and inserts and whatever. So one of these, one of these, one of these, one on the outside, and one on the inside. Three. Take this off for now. One of these. One of these. One of these. One on the inside and one on the outside. Uh-oh. I'm okay. One of these. One of these. One of these. One on the inside and one on the outside. Hope I'm not boring you guys, but Jacqueline says, I want to see your sunshine journal come together. I keep buying sunshine from Jacqueline. She says, I don't see any sunshine journal happening yet, Mary. It's happening. One of these. It'll happen in the summer when we get our sunshine. We had snow this week. It was like 71 day and below 30 the next day. I was at Walmart yesterday and they had their bulbs in, their spring bulbs in. So I got 3 packages of spring bulbs. I got 2 canna. I said I wasn't going to plant any more canna, but I saw them there, and I really had better luck with Walmart's canna bulbs than I did from the Holland Bulb Farm. Ones from Holland, they go by schedule, and they said they didn't get them sent to me until late April, early May, and way too late to plant bulb plants. I was so mad I wrote to him and said, I'll never buy from you again. I'm giving them a bad review. Giving them a bad review. I've had better luck with Walmart. So we'll see how Walmart's canna bulbs do this year. One of these, one of these, one of these, one on the inside. And one on the outside. And these are just the signatures. I know I have more stuff to put in this journal. So I've been collecting sunshine for several months. I've been collecting sunshine. So 6 pages, 6 sheets is, there's 4 pages to a sheet. There's 24 pages in a signature. So whatever 24 times 12 is. Let me calculate that on my calculator. 24 times 12 equals 288 pages. And if we divide that by 2, we'll have 144 pages in a journal, which is significant. And that's without all the other stuff. Lovely lace and fiber. Oh, I'm way behind here. Sylvia says, reciting math solutions so early in the money? I think she meant in the morning, It's morning. It's also too early to type. Arlene, if it's daytime or nighttime, whether the sun is shining or the moon is shining, I can't. My phone. I'll tell you, I had the worst time in Katia's tap chat yesterday. A phone kept changing my words. I don't think it doesn't hear you clearly. You'll say something, and I've noticed that with my AI when I'm building my AI prompts too. If I don't enunciate very clearly, it makes a guess as to what I'm saying, and it always guesses wrong. It always guesses wrong. Let's see, I'm going to put this one on the outside because it's a pretty dark one. I'll put this one on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, I'm missing one. Well, is that, no? I'm missing a sheet here. Let's see what I have, because this is what I have left. We'll just put these, this is my 12th one. We'll see if I have anything to, I need another large, and let's see what I have up here. These are my text. There's got another one of those. Here's another large. Here. There we go. All right, let's see what I have. I have a large, a note paper. I don't have a card. I ran out of card. So we'll put in. Instead of the card, I've got plenty here. I think I'll put in another note paper. Yeah, because that's pretty. I'll put in another note paper instead of the card. So we have the outside note paper, this, and then I usually have a card, but I'm going to put in another, and then inside. But I think I'm going to put another one here because I think it can take it. My 12th one is a little different, and then I have these left over. But I want 12. All right, these are leftovers. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, that'll make, that's 6 times, what did I say? There's 6 sheets. So there's 24, and 6 times 24 is like 100, and what did I say, 44 in one journal. And that's, by the time you put in all your goodies in there, make tags and everything for it. All right, so there should be 6 over here. I think I'll do a volume 1 and a volume 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I have these lovely, these, which are cool. So they're going to go one in a signature. And I think, should I put them on the card? Put them on the ends, put them in the center. They're all right-handed ones. Yeah, I think here would probably be the best. I'm going to put it in the center. So 1. For right now, putting it together, I'm going to put them in the center. 2. Oh, and I think she did some the other way. But I'm only putting one in a signature. So there's 6 with the pocket in it. And then she did some of these facing the other way. 7. 8. They probably came out. I probably bought a set of 6, one facing one way and one facing the other. I don't know how she sold them. I don't remember. There we go. This one doesn't have a card. All right. So there are 12 signatures. And I'm going to do 6 in a journal. 2 journals. And then I have these. Let's fold them. Tip ends. 1. 2. Did Sherry Van pop in here? Hi, Sherry. Hi, Legia. Oh, Legia, good morning to you. Are you getting ready to run out the door? Getting ready for work? Good morning, good morning. Who else popped in? Arlene's went to get coffee, I think. Sylvia says it's early in the money. Yep, I need more coffee. I haven't had my coffee yet. I woke up around, well, I woke up probably around between 2:30 and 2:45 this morning. And I've been going ever since. Sunshine on my shoulder makes me happy. Happy, happy, happy. I'm a happy, 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 happy. I'm a happy dog. I've been watching too many YouTube shorts. Sherry says hi. Legia says, yep, I gotta go to work this morning. There's just no getting around it. Gotta go to work. My brother and I had some banking to do this week, and I opened a small banking account in the bank in this small town. It's a Cornerstone bank. So I won't have to run to the big town every time I need a little money. What was I going to tell you? Something about something. I don't know about that bank. Led my brain to the bank. And then he needed groceries, so we went to town. We went kind of late. We didn't get home till late. And our Dish Network, he's so disappointed. I feel so sorry for him because he doesn't watch much TV. And we have Dish. And he likes to watch Price is Right and Wheel of Fortune. And they both come on the channel 10 and 11 channels. And the Dish Network and Gray Communications can't come to an agreement on the pricing for Dish to get a hold of free stuff, but something with Gray Communications or something. They have contract negotiations that they can't settle. And so we have no channel 10 and 11. And so my brother, first of all, he liked to watch wrestling on Monday nights. And they moved that to Netflix. And my brother refuses to get a smart TV because he doesn't like all that newfangled stuff. He likes his 25-year-old RCA cabinet color TV. And so he doesn't watch wrestling anymore because they moved wrestling to Netflix, or they did. I don't know where it's at now. And I feel so sorry for him because he misses his shows. And he got a little perturbed with our daily paper. They did something wrong. They were going to route it through another town, the mailing of it. And his paper would be like 2 days late. And he says, I already don't get a paper on Mondays. You're going to make it 2 days late? He called him. He was not a happy camper. He said, he said he didn't want old news. And he doesn't watch the news on TV, and he doesn't have an internet. I'm going, well, old news is any news to you. But I didn't say anything. He was not happy. And somehow he's getting his paper every day now, except for Monday and Sundays he doesn't get a paper. All right, let's see how many of these do I have. Looks like I have enough to put 2 in a 1, 2. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Got 3 left over. About 15 of them. Oh, wait. How many are in here? There were 12 here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's enough for 2, and then I have 3 over there and 3 here. I have 6 left over. All right. So we are getting it done here. I'll put 1 here. As a flip, kind of, maybe in the center, sort of. Come up a little. And we want another one. And we want it there. Come on. And another one in here. There's 1. This will be the last thing I do for these this morning. But at least I'm getting my signatures in line up here. They're getting fat. And there's just the paper. I'm not sure what I'm going to do for the cover. I'm kind of partial to that fabric that has all the sunshines on it. This is all Jacqueline paper from the Lovely's Crafting Lodge. The paper is. I hear a choo-choo train coming down the track. I'm sorry about the glare on the... Sorry about the glare. Just got a few left here. Got two left after this one. Some of Jacqueline's. She leaves the threads on these. Yeah. Kind of a interesting but boring assemblage here. It probably gets pretty boring to watch, but I'm almost done. Last one, and I think this is the one that's not a complete, doesn't have the card in it. Has more paper than, oh, that does have a card. One of them didn't have a card in it. Last one. All right, I think that's all I'm going to do with this morning. 1, 2, 3, 4. This has the string coming out. 5. 6. So this will be one journal. That's going to be big enough for a journal. That's probably a 2-inch, almost a 2-inch spine right there. And by the time you put things in there, that'll grow. Penelope, you're going to tip over on your throne here if I'm not careful. 1, 2. Put that thread in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's the other one. Now, I'm going to put it like this, and I think I have a band I can put around these. Kind of holds them. Thought I had a looser one. An old one that's looser. It won't hurt it. It won't tight. It won't be too tight for it. Yeah, probably not tight enough. Let's do it this way. Let's put this one on first. And then this one. Okay. And then we have the extra papers and all the smalls and things to put in here. So we got plenty. And phew, excuse me. Am I gonna sneeze again? I have more. This is just what I have out. Put these over here on this side. And then I have the fabrics. This is what I think I'll use for the cover. I think this is cool fabric. I think that'll make a cool, and I might slow stitch on it. That would be fun to do, slow stitching and stitch around the circles and do running stitches in between. I might save that out. So these pages measure, let's get my fabric put in the bag here, except for that. I know I have more because Jacqueline had those embroidered sunshines that I want to use. Hold on. Let's get this doily in there so it doesn't. The doilies are giving me problems here. I think I'm going to fold this one in half. So I'll probably fold it anyway. Make a pocket out of it. All right, ribbon. And this, my sunshine journal. It'd be fun to, what I don't use for my cover, to make some dangles out of this, because I think I've got a yard of this. A yard, and it's, what, 12 inches, 22 inches? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 22 inches. The fabric is 22 inches wide. And my pages, I'm going to keep that out because I'm going to slow stitch on it. My pages measure approximately, find the right numbers here. Approximately 6. 6 is right here, so there's a little, but I'm going to count it as 6 by, I'm going to count it as 6 by 9. This is really like 8.5. Eight and a half. Well, that's because it's 8.5 by, it's really 8.5 by 11, which would be 5.5, but I'm counting it as 6 because of the, I'm going to have a little left over. 8.5 by 9 would only give me a fourth on the top and the bottom, and I think I think I like a ½ inch. Well, not quite a ½ inch, but I can always cut down. So my cover would be 6 by, what did I say here? 9. If I make it 9.5, this is 8.5, and I'd have a ½ an inch here and then ½ of an inch there, which I'd probably cut down to like, I don't like a fourth, that's pretty small, so maybe 3/8, something like that. All right, that's the sunshine. Let's move on to the leprechauns, should they say. Yeah, we move on. So what I have for my, that I'm working on with my leprechauns is watercolor. Let's get my watercolor out. And let's juice them up. That little pack I'm not really using. Let's get a cup. What time is it? It's 7:30. I go until 9, so I have plenty of time. I think I'm going to work on finishing up the faces and the borders. That's too much. pour a little of that back if I can. And then I'll finish the... Now, I think I planned to give one away on Sunday night, and I don't think I streamed Sunday night, did I? And I didn't stream Tuesday morning. So I have 2 that I plan to send out. Actually, I think I have 4 left to do here, but I think I had one that... 1, 2, 3... No, I have 3 left. This would be set... So I have an extra one here. And I might just send that to whoever I want. Whoever doesn't get one that I think deserves one. But this one is done. This one I was going to send to myself. And then on these, which I'm going to work on next, let me get a paper towel. And water here. Better keep that close. These, I want to work on the faces and the hands. And I was putting little shamrocks in there, and I got tired of doing that real fast, and I need to put borders. And we'll see how that goes. And then I'll work on these 3 next. And this is the pattern. So I need my brushes. I know what brush I was using. I think I was using this brush. No. Where's the brush I was using? Well, this is good. This is the brush that came with the set. I wasn't using that. Here. And around here, hold on. Here's the brushes I was using. Put that one back. Grab this one. Come on. Yeah, these 3. I might use that. Okay. This little box that I'm using here, I made it out of offcuts, paper scrap offcuts there. Made me a little, I was going to make an Easter basket, but I like the box. All right, so let's get started on these. I'll work at them. There's Becky. Over the weekend. Let's see what Becky's saying. Good morning, Miss Becky. How are you doing? Let's see. Let's go up a little. Cynthia's, Meri, have you decided on how you will bind the journal? Cynthia, I will probably do Coptic binding. I'm liking Coptic binding pretty well. That's probably what I'll use. Arlene, we hit 86 yesterday. In the evening, it was the 30s. They're talking about the weather. Lugia says, hi. Arlene, Kimberly, Sherry, very nice. Kimberly says, Meri, tell him to just hook up an antenna to get CBS and ABC for free. You know what? He could get some rabbit ears. I don't even know where he could get rabbit ears anymore. I'm going to look on Amazon and see if we can't get an antenna. You just hook that to the back. That's really a good suggestion, Kimberly. I'm hoping that they'll get it resolved in the next couple days. Of course, you know, Dish is a pretty big company. If they don't have channel 10 and 11, it isn't going to hurt them. It would probably hurt the people that are trying to sell it to them, and they're raising the prices. And Dish says, we're not going to pay that much for something that people can get free. And I really kind of agree with them, but we'll just see what happens. But that's really a good suggestion, Kimberly. It probably would be nice to have, even if something happens to the Dish Network, which they're pretty much on the ball when stuff goes down, though. Usually it's the internet, and I'm kind of worried about the internet because we're getting that fiber, and once you start messing with stuff, you know, they say, oh, it'll be fine, you know. Well, it'll be fine until you get it all fixed. Kimberly saying hi to Sylvia and Legia. Arlene needed food. Sylvia popped in. Let's see, let's go down to the bottom. I was saying hello to Becky. Becky said fat quarters are 18 by 22. And I got a yard of it. So I must have bought that, or if you're talking about the sunshine fabric. Arlene says, how are you feeling, Becky? Are you feeling good? They're saying good morning to Becky, popped in. Let's see, she says, it's the last few days of itchy that do me in. I know, I understand. And I always get it kind of like when I'm tatting and I have a knot or something I want to pull out, then my eyebrow itches. I don't know why. Let's see. Legia says, bye, Meri. I got a jet to get into the office. Have a great day, Legia. Have a great day. Kimberly says, yes, on Amazon. It's very easy. Fiber optic is awesome and fast. Oh, really? Well, hopefully they'll get that done. Let's see. Becky said, over the weekend, it was driving me mad, but yesterday and today, the itching has stopped. Well, that's good. So you'll be back to normal pretty soon, Miss Becky. Arlene says, Becky, it is until some developer digs into the cables, and we have no internet because they ignored the permit info. Yeah. All right, let's get, Becky won one of these. I have a list of winners. And so I don't think I did the two that I have left. Well, I actually have 3 left. I'm going to have to see, because I don't think I streamed Sunday night, and I know I didn't stream Tuesday morning. All right, we're going to actually use we're going to do the face, the ears and the hands and the face, and maybe a little red on the mouth. And this is what I'm using, and I just keep adding. I keep adding. Can you guys see? Yeah. You might have to zoom in a little. I keep adding reds and whites here, but let's see what I have. Let's get it juiced up here. I'll do the ear here. And it always looks a little darker until it dries. I've got too much water on this. Let me blot it. And too much water, not enough pigment. I got to get my pigment going here. Maybe I'll mix some more here. Some reds. That's a lot of red. And some whites. Pink in there. I have some blue there that for the shadow, but I don't want too much shadow. But he is he doesn't have to have a pretty pink face because he is a man. All right. This will dry lighter than it looks there. Let's grab a little of that reddish tone for the side of the face. And pretty much all the same tone. I'm not too worried about getting shading values and all of that on this. It's just an envelope. It's just an envelope. It's just a little way to say happy day. And I'm still hoping to get these mailed out so that you get them by. If you don't get them right on St. Patrick's Day, you'll get them that same week. Those of you who won. I think Jersey gets one. Somebody won for her. I think Linda gets one. I'm not sure. And Becky gets one. And then the very first night that I gave these away, I got to go back to that stream and get the list. We're going to let that dry. I might put a little red in there for the little red and shadow there for the lips. We're going to let that dry a little. And we'll come back and see what's going on here. So there's one. We'll let him dry. Let's go to the next one. This one is the one I got shamrocks on. And I might have to go to, I was using a green pen, but I was noticing that it was drying out on me on this watercolor. And I didn't think that felt tip pens on watercolor would hurt it that much, but maybe I just wasn't feeling it that morning. I wanted to do fairies because that Leprechaun book has fairies in it, but it's going to have to wait until I get these done. I'm stacking myself up and getting behind on myself here. That's my bad habit. I think I can do more than I can. Oh, I can get 20 of them done in 2 hours. Sure, no problem. It takes me 2 hours to do the green. And you'll see white, those of you who win, if you look at them close, you'll see white spots. And I keep saying, I leave those white spots because I feel like it gives it dimension. Like the tip of his ear there has a little white. And that's just where the light hits it in my thinking. Gives it a little bit of dimension. He needs more color in here. No, a little red on his lips. Let's blot your lips, man. I'll come back and look at them again before I... So I opened Happy Mail this morning. I got a wonderful red panda sticker from Miss Dee Dee. And we opened Rebecca's box. I had those Thomas Kincaid. I'm going to put red down in here. Pinkish red just to give it some color down there. From Rebecca, I got fibers and vintage, stamped vintage cottons and some dangles, those tags, those yellowbird tags. And we put together some sunshine pages. And I need to go through my papers because I know I have more sunshine pages, but we got enough for 144. Oh, I didn't do that buckle. 144 pages for 2 journals. That's certainly enough for a journal, 144 pages. I'm going to have to mix some more color. I'm running out of color. Now, more water than paint on this. A little bit of red on his lips. Now let's fix that belt up here. The buckle is still white. This will dry lighter. I think it's pretty dark, but I think it'll dry lighter. Watercolor always tends to dry lighter. Oh, I didn't do the buttons either here. There we go. I'll let him dry. I'll find a place to put these. Now let's mix some more. That should be enough white. I don't need as much red. I'm going to pull it from there. Kind of makes it a dark pink. And mixing with your brush, but with the pan colors, you have to almost use your brush to mix. All right, let's see what I have here. Oh, I have to do the pen work on these. I haven't done my pen work on them. Not quite done with them yet. What time is it? It's 8 o'clock. I've got an hour. This is Thursday, so I think Paint Girly comes on after me. I don't like this guy. He's got some green on his face. This is mine. Let's see if I can't get that off of his face. Oh, it makes a little shadow on his nose. That's okay. Some of that colors finds the edge of the pan there. My brush is wet. Get some of that water off of it. And like I say, it looks kind of dark to me right now, but it will dry lighter. It always dries lighter. Need some of that dark on this ear. In there. And the pen work will bring a lot of it out. The pen work will bring a lot of the features out. I feel like I need a little bit more. Alright, I'll move on and see how he looks in the end. I've got 5 left. I gave away several of these. I was getting tired of making them, I have to tell you that. I learning my lesson the hard way. You think about it, as many times as I've done giveaways, that I would learn not to make too many, just give away a couple and get them there. That no, Meri says, I can do them, I can do them. And there we go. That's pretty dark. Let's grab some of this white, put in there. And you don't have to, I mean, I don't, it doesn't bother me that I don't get color on every, because see, he's got a little white above his eyebrow, he's got a little white in there. That doesn't bother me. Of course, it may bother you looking at it. We'll see how these look in the end after I get all my pen work done. Oh, I'm not getting any color on him. I didn't do the suspenders. I don't know how they're looking to you. They look different in my camera than they do in real life. So we'll see when I finish them up here. All right, he needs some suspenders here. He's got white. I'm gonna put some green on his suspenders in here. There. And I hope they're not all blowing around on me. I've got 3 left to do here. This one has some on it. Looks like I started it and it dried really light. Let's put some more on him. That's why I'm not too afraid to put color on it because it dries lighter. This one has a lot of white spots. A little bit more red on his lips here. Just a little. And we'll see how he turns out. Mix some more color here. I'm sorry if my head gets in the way. Sometimes I have to get my nose right above it to see what I'm doing. And need a little bit of red on his lips. Last one. The last one that I have. I still have a couple I need to paint yet. Oh, that's dark. So I already did his ears. I'm getting hungry. I bought some cookies yesterday. I haven't had my coffee this morning. All right, we'll see how these look when they dry a little more. All right, let's see. I've got that one. That one. I've been stacking them up over here. Some of these need a little bit more color. He needs a little more color. He needs a little more color. That one's still wet. I might have to work on these faces a little more. He needs some color. Let's give these guys a little more pink in his cheeks. Well, the pen work will make a difference on these, too. His nose. Well, we'll come back to him. Where's my towel? Alrighty. So, let's set this aside for a bit. And this is mine. Let's do some pen work. So I was using, find my pen that I was using here. I was using one of those Sharpies, the white. Of course I can't find it. I got more. Let me go get one. Oh. No, I'll probably put it in that box over there. We'll use that. Because this is a permanent. This is a permanent, and they're usually pretty dark, but the caps are so cotton picking hard to get off. I don't know why they make the caps on these so hard to, shouldn't have to have a pliers to get the cap off. Awfully tight on there. Okay. Got that light shining. Let me get a paper. Put the paper under it. I have no idea what Paint Girly is working on these days. I have no idea what Becky's working on. I have no idea what Dee Dee is working on. I am so out of the loop. I am so out of the loop. He looks a little mischievous to me here. My little leprechaun looks like he could be pulling some pranks on you. I've been reading up about leprechauns. They don't like they have a fear of their pot of gold getting stolen. They don't like iron, wrought iron, and they have a fear of four-leaf clovers. And I find that interesting because, you know, we associate clovers with Ireland. This is his ear. I don't want to touch his mouth too much. Let's do his beard coming down here. I'll shade that in. And if you catch a leprechaun, if you catch one, he has to grant you 3 wishes. One, two, three, four. Making sure I didn't give him 5 fingers. His cane. I just feel like this pen work kind of evens out after you've done the watercolor. It kind of, the water kind of floats around a little, and I feel like the pen work evens things out. Let's see. This is his button there. He's got another button over here. He's got some green suspenders. And then he's holding on to a shamrock here. It's kind of hard to see it, but it's there. And let's see, he's got a coat lining about the same color as the background. Shoes. Okay. Now let's Let's see about a border. See the difference? See the difference that the pen work makes? Now I think his eyes are kind of close together here, but he's seeing gold. But the pen work makes a pretty big difference on these. And the border, and we'll put some shamrocks in there. I don't know if I can do the shamrocks with my green felt pen. I'm going to try it, but I might have to use some green paint, which I might go to anyway because I think it will work better. I'll do that last. What time is it? It's 8:27. Well, it's probably about 8:25. My clock, my phone on that I'm looking at the time on is about 4 minutes fast. I'm fairly happy with him. I have to do the shamrocks in there. So we're going to set him aside. Let's work on this one. He needs help. He needs help. Looks like I've done a little pen work on this one already. I might sit in here, today is Thursday, I might sit in here and work on these a little this afternoon to get them going here. Whoops, kind of need that a little bit, but that's okay. I'll just bring this down a little more. And I'm not really chatting because I'm wanting to work on these. I'm wanting to get these done and out the door. Let's see, today is the 12th. Friday is the 13th. Friday is Friday the 13th. Saturday is the 14th. Tomorrow's Friday, 14th. I'm wondering if I can get these mailed by the 14th. You probably won't get them exactly on the 17th, depending on where you live. It would be nice. Well, if I mail them on Saturday, though, they won't go out till Monday, 15th, 16th. Is Monday the 17th? No, Tuesday's the 17th. I need to get these mailed before Saturday. I need to get them mailed tomorrow. So I better sit in here this afternoon and get these done. I won't get them done. If I get them done today, they won't go out in today's mail. I need to get them done so I can get them mailed tomorrow. If I get them mailed tomorrow, you might get them by the 17th or a day after. You can still consider my leprechaun a March leprechaun. He may not get to your house exactly on the 17th. Alrighty. Let's do the border. What time is it? About 8:30. I should have worked on these instead of playing with that sunshine journal. All right, what did I do with my other one? Where did I put them? Right here. We got 2 done, besides mine. Well, the shamrocks. Let's see if we can get, how many of these I can get done today. I want to get them done today. So I'm going to sit in here this afternoon and work on these. I just did not feel like working on them over the weekend. I'm just not inspired. I think it's the tonal values of the faces that kind of put a damper on my enthusiasm. I didn't like doing those faces. I'm not going to play around with the faces too much because I don't want to mess them up. Might put a little gold on his buttons and his buckle. Needs a little more of a gold shine to him. Needs some gold sparkle. Alrighty, let's. I think the pen work makes the world of difference on these. He's got a little bit of white on his nose, a little bit of white there that needs a little darkening there, right in here. I have it 8:40. 8:40 and my clock's 4 minutes fast, so it's really 8:36. Maybe I have to sign off. And I gotta get me some breakfast. My tummy is growling. My tummy is growling. Says, you didn't feed me today. My brother said yesterday, do you want to go to Freddy's? I said, yes. And I usually just get the single hamburger. And I was ordering it that yesterday, and the lady said, would you rather have the senior meal? And I kind of looked at her like, I know I'm old. And she said, well, it's the same thing, only it doesn't cost as much. I said, okay, I'll take it. And it was the same thing as the single, only it was about $1 or so cheaper. But I wasn't paying for it, my brother was. was pretty good. Their fries are a little salty, but we like Freddy's. Boy, that gold buckle doesn't... I'm going to have to get out just some dabs of gold paint. This one has the shamrocks on it. Now the next giveaway I have, I'm only going to give away one. I'm making several like this. Of course, I did this across more than one day, but making several like this, I'm learning my lesson. I'm learning my lesson. And then my deadline creeps up on me and I don't have them done. My shamrock is in here. I didn't get that stem green. Got a green stem there. No, I'm okay with that. Hi, Belinda. Welcome in. Malia. Hi, Malia. She says, stay safe, Becky. Becky must be leaving here. Let me get back to my... Arlene says, Malia, it was interesting for sure. Mostly just lots of rain and heavy wind. At one point, someone's trash can flew by my window. They should have strapped it down. Oh, my. Belinda popped in. Malia's here. Malia says, how is your weather over there on the other side of the mountains, Arlene? I heard you guys were getting some nasty wind. I didn't hear that. I've been pretty... No, I haven't been on. Hi, Nez456. She says, hi, friends. I'm new here. Welcome in, Nez, if you're still out here. Welcome in, Nez456. We'll call you Nez. Welcome in, welcome in. Happy Thursday, everyone, Malia says. Arlene dropped a link to Paint Girlie's channel. She's on in about 15 minutes. Belinda popped in. Arlene says, cards and nail. Becky says, oh, I just checked my informed delivery and I see I have something coming from Arlene. Ooh, cool. Arlene says, Cynthia, have a lovely day. Cynthia saying, take care all. Arlene says, all of the big Spectrum equipment trucks left yesterday, so I'm hoping that the fix is solid and complete now. Becky said, it is until some developer, or Arlene says, Becky, it's until some developer digs in. Nez, welcome in. Glad to have you join us. Let's see, who else am I missing? Malia's here. At least it wasn't a cow flying by your window, Arlene. Arlene says, we've got cows. I love that movie. I own it so I can watch it all the time. That would have been funny if you watched it when the trash can flew by. Oh dear. Glad you're okay. Belinda says we've got cows. She's laughing. Malia says we're expecting to drop 40 degrees today. I'm going to miss the warm weather. Yeah, our temperature dropped yesterday. I don't know what it's going to be. You're probably getting our weather from yesterday. It was cold yesterday. The wind made it cold. Malia, are you crafting this morning? Malia says, not yet, Arlene. I should be shortly, though. I got to test a few sewing machines for Girl Scouts. So I'll be sewing some ruffles and embellishments for a journal I'm working on. Oh, that's cool. Malia says, I have no idea what I'm doing with a couple of these machines, so I'm just winging it. Becky says, so I see that we were under a tornado watch until 1 p.m. today. Yeah, you guys down south, from Texas to North and South Carolina, across the country there, you guys are getting hit with the weather. Arlene said she had to go. Malia says, you too, Arlene, make sure you put your helmet on in case anything else goes flying. Oh, you guys, I love it. I think I'm done with it. No, I haven't. I'm not done. Did I just start? I haven't done the hat here. And the buckle. When I stop like that, I forget what I'm doing. This is the one with shamrocks. So I'm going to get in here this afternoon and see if I can't finish them off so I can get these off in the mail. I have some postcards I need to mail. We did some postcards and a Pick 10. And they're sitting out there waiting to be mailed. So I'm gonna try to do a mail day tomorrow. I'm gonna try. What time is it? I think I can do one more. Let's see how many I have done here. Mina! Hi, Mina. I just saw you out of the corner of my eye. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got 5 inked and I've got 4 to go. Let's see if I can't finish up one. Mina, it's so good to see you. It is so good to see you. I'm doing the pen work on my leprechauns. I got 4 here. I think I want to finish up 2 this afternoon. The ones that I just have drawn. I don't have any paint on them yet. So I'm going to be working on leprechauns this afternoon. So I'm going to get them out in the mail. If I don't get them out tomorrow, they won't get to you by the 17th. If I get them out tomorrow, you have a little bit of a chance getting them by the 17th. But if you don't get them by the 17th, you'll still get them in March. You'll still get them in March. For those of you that won, I think I have about 9 of these and then 3 that aren't done yet. So I think I did 12 of these. 12 of them? That was way too many. I'm going to have to cut my expectations down a little. What I can get done and what I can't. Let's see, I think I can put... I don't like to mess with the face too much. I'm going to have to put some gold in here for the buttons. It's hard to see them. This will be the last one that I'll do today. I mean this morning before I sign off. I need to put the green shamrocks in. And I think that because I watercolored on envelopes, these are just white paper envelopes, they're a little crunchy. And I might turn them over and hit them with the iron on the back before I dress them. And maybe that'll flatten them out a little bit. I don't know what I was doing here. Do this arm. It's good to see those of you who popped in. Nez, if you're still here, thanks for popping in and joining us. I didn't get the green on this stem either. I don't know if I have. Stem of the shamrock here. Alrighty, he's looking a little better. Let's put some border on him, and I'll have 3 to do what I'm doing, pen work. And then I have I think I'm going to try, I'll try on mine first, putting a satin varnish over it. And that dries, I'll use my heat gun, that dries pretty fast. And that should protect it from, this is watercolor. So if I do a real thin coat, that's what Miss Artidar said, if you do a real thin coat, you won't smear it. So what I did this morning was open Happy Mail. I call it Happy Mail. It was an auction haul, and Dee Dee sent a sticker. And I worked on my sunshine journal, and we watercolored faces and did pen work. So I did these. I need to put the shamrocks. They'll look like this, sort of like this one in the end. And this afternoon I'm going to finish my pen work on these 3, and I have 3 unfinished ones. 3 unfinished ones to do. And I'll put the varnish on them, do the shamrocks, and press them. And address them and get them out in the mail tomorrow. We're going to get these off my table. So I want to thank you guys for popping in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me empty my water and I'll come out and say goodbye. Paint Girly, Arlene dropped the link to Paint Girly's channel. I think she's on next. I'm going to leave this cup out. So I'm going to leave my watercolor out because I'm going to be working on these. I'm going to work on my slow stitch. I can't work on it this afternoon. I might get a start on the, this is the E words, the E, A through Z, Catherine at K3N Cloth Tales is doing an A3 through Z stitch journal, and we're on the letter E, and she did earth, and this is what I'm going to do for earth. And then I'm going to, and she did English paper piecing. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put eyelet stitches in my earth here. And maybe I'll put some stitching on the longitude and latitude. Then I'm going to work on, it won't be this afternoon, I'm going to work on envelopes, but this is what I'm going to use for my Sunshine Journal cover. And it is 9 by 6, I think I said. It's not quite 9 by 6, but by the time you do the cover, I'll have to measure again. But I'm going to do running stitches around here. And I might do some other type of stitches on here. This is going to be the cover for my Sunshine Journal. So I am still watercoloring on my phone. So let's come out and put myself live. And let me refresh the chat, and I'll come out and say goodbye. Nez says, I'm still here. Do you go live on a schedule, or is it random? There's a schedule in my description box. I missed some days recently, but when I'm going good, I post on my community tab. I try to post if I'm not going to be live that day. But my regular schedule is Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Friday mornings from 6 to 9 Central Time. Friday nights at 7:30 to 10, and Sunday nights from 6 till 10. So that's kind of my regular schedule, but lately I've been doing, I've been missing some streams, and that might happen more as spring comes around and we have yard work. We'll just see. I got awful busy last week. But I do miss you guys when I miss the stream. I miss seeing you. But Nez, thanks for coming in. And you too, Belinda. Have a great day, everybody. Go do some art. And if you aren't doing art, do something you enjoy. Just go enjoy the rest of your day. The weekend is right around the corner. And if you're in, like Becky said, she was under a tornado watch until 1. So if you're in the area where there are storms, please take care. Ryan Hall says, what does he say? Don't be scared, be prepared. So have a great day, everybody. Bye.